Hello everyone, welcome to the Monday unboxing, and today I actually have something special to unbox for you guys today. I am joined with...
Once again, it's me, Stevie Lenga, also known as Chibi Joe, and Nick. I am super happy to see what we have here today.
Yep, I decided to pick up a Nintendo Switch. I ordered it on Amazon once Amazon was actually able to allow pre-orders, because Amazon was kind of late in the game. I think that's kind of why I got one from Amazon, because at midnight when they were supposed to be for pre-order, Amazon was left in the blank. No one really knew how to pre-order one on Amazon or anything. And then I decided, well, I'm not going to stay up all night trying to refresh the page. I'm just going to go to sleep. Woke up about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was like half asleep too, and I decided to go to the page, and the pre-order button was there. And I'm like, and it still said delivery on release day. I'm like, I guess go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. And I did, and well, I actually did get it on release date. Of course, the only game that was kind of worth picking up was Zelda.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I never actually ordered this with the Nintendo Switch. I took a long time for me to decide I wanted this game.
Oh, yeah?
I pre-ordered separately, because originally when I placed the order for the Switch, I pre-ordered Skyrim as with it, so I'm like, eh. And then, well, after waiting to see if I was going to get another interesting game was to come out on release day, and well, that never happened.
So you got
there's like a total, I think, 9 games out right now on release day. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's get started with the unboxing.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna set the game down here and take a look at the game later. So on the front of the box we got the Joy Grip, and then the docking station and the Switch itself. On the back, you just got some health information. On the side, just some pictures of the Switch itself and people using the Switch. And on the top, you got Nintendo. And then on the back, we have someone removing the Joy-Cons. So yeah, let's get started. And you guys will be the first one to see it before me and Stevie.
Yeah.
And voila!
Wow.
So on the top we got the Switch console itself. Set that to the side. Your left and right Joy-Cons. Set those aside. Lift this up. Nintendo giving you an HDMI cable, which is kind of surprising for Nintendo.
You got something against HDMI cables.
Well, every company's got something against it. We got the AC cable that you'd use for the dock, and it is USB-C, so you can use a bunch of different USB-C cables. Even to charge the Switch, you can actually use a USB-C external battery pack, so you can go on the go. And then this is the Joy-Con grip. This is not the charging one. They don't give you the charging one. The major differences that I've seen is the charging one actually is like transparent, whereas this one's solid. Mm-hmm. So that's that. We got the wrist strap for the Joy-Cons. So if you want to play it handheld, you don't sling the thing into your Switch or to the TV, if you like playing that way. Some health information. And then we got what they call the dock. So this is what you use to connect your TV, your Switch to your TV, actually. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming down the road there's probably going to be a lot of third-party companies that make this piece.
Yeah.
Because all it really is a plastic. So on the front you got switch, and on the back you got some cable management, and then if we open the door, you have where you put your AC power, a USB 3 port, which is interesting, and a HDMI port. I like how they included a nice way to manage the cables.
Mm-hmm.
And
Two USBs.
two USBs. They look like USB 2.0 ports. Wonder what the USB ports would be used for. Because Nintendo really hasn't really said much of anything about it. And then an indicator light when you have it docked. So let's set that over here. This is one of the Joy-Cons. So this is going to be your, I believe, right one.
Yeah.
Yes, right one. You got a plus sign, A, B, X, and Y, a analog stick, your home button, and then your right bumper and your right trigger. I guess they would call the trigger. And then your SR right. So side right? I don't know what SR
so.
would mean. What is that? Steve will take a look at it. And this one's also, the right one also has the IR blaster for motion too. And this is going to be the left one, your C-pad, and minus sign, and yeah, basically same thing. And I'm pretty sure this button might be for indicator lights on the Joy-Cons, not sure.
Might be.
And then let's actually slide one of these on. I don't think they have an orientation, do they? They're all the same, I think. Nope. Yeah, they're all the same. So you would do it and locks in, and then you would put it around your wrist. And yeah, there we go. And you can actually play. I've seen people use it like this too in some of the videos too, so I don't know how that works. And then, like I said, this one, the right one is your IR blaster one that uses for the motion and things. And then on the back of each Joy-Con, you have a button that releases the thing.
It's a little hard to get off.
Now, probably over time
Yeah.
it will
Yeah, it's brand new.
get better. So those are just kind of basic wrist wraps. I'm curious if you buy just the Joy-Cons, if you actually get wrist wraps, if you buy another set of Joy-Cons.
I would think you would.
I'm curious about that. I'm pretty sure. So this is going to be your grip to make the make basically a controller basically for the Switch. A lot of people like this. A lot of people don't like this. I was actually surprised Nintendo actually offered this.
It kind of reminds me of the original Xbox controller
Yeah,
and like the early 360 controllers.
it's just kind of small. That's just right off the bat. It seems a little bit small, but I guess over time get used to. But I'm also used to an Xbox controller too, so
Yeah.
that's a little bit different.
It's small, but it's not uncomfortable.
So they give you for the USB-C charger, they give you a 2.6 amp charger for the dock. So really any major, and 15 volts. So almost any major USB-C can actually charge the dock. So that is nice. That is not a proprietary charger. So that's nice that they did it. Okay, let's set the dock to this over here. Keep the Joy-Cons up here where you guys can see them. And then the main star of the show, the console itself. Now, Stevie, if before I said this was a console, would you believe me this would be the console or the dock?
Nah, it looks. I thought the dock would be more of the console. It reminds me of when you had that the phone tablet hybrid.
Oh yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Or like the old Daily Planner stuff.
Daily Planner stuff, yeah. So we have on the top of the Switch, we have where you would put the game. Headphone jack, so they didn't remove headphone jack. Volume rocker, your power button. I'm assuming probably over time, the little cover for the game port's probably gonna wear. Depending if you use it a lot, which probably, if you are smart, you would buy physical copies of the game because this has only got 32 gigs of storage on it. And on the bottom, you have your USB-C port. And then on the back, you just got your kickstand and SD card slot. This is actually a 2 terabyte SD card slot, even though they don't make 2 terabyte SD card micro SD cards. But
when they do,
you can use them with your Switch. And then you got your dock. The dock has gotten a lot of criticism because it's just kind of flimsy. That you kind of have to have it on a hard surface. If it's a very soft surface, it's going to fall right over. And like especially like if you're playing like this, you can hit it and knock the Switch over.
Yeah.
But that's been a lot of criticism about that. And I'm assuming these marks down here are for the dock. And then you do have, I don't know if you can see it, but down here, it's an odd place to put it, an ambient light sensor, so it automatically dims the screen to different things. It's kind of odd that they put it down there. Usually it's above, on top, but Nintendo's got to be special, I guess.
You know, trying new things.
So this is what the console is going to look like if you have both Joy-Cons attached, and it does make the click that a lot of people were excited about. The click that.
It's a very satisfying thing. It tells you when everything's good.
Yep. Overall, I actually would kind of maybe prefer playing like this because it adds more weight to the console.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. This console is actually the shipping of it is just 3 pounds. So I'm assuming the console itself is just about 2 pounds itself.
Yeah.
And I believe this is if I'm not mistaken, it's a 6-inch display. But one thing that I think Nintendo should have improved was the screen. It is actually covered. It's just actually kind of like a plastic. It's not glass or anything. So it's going to be able to stretch very easily. That's one thing I was kind of worried about the dock, but the dock actually doesn't really have any padding at all for it. So for the dock, you would dock it like this. You'd go up to the TV and dock it like this. And I think it just kind of sits in there when it docks. I think it is latched in there. And then when you get done ready to play, it does tell you to remove the Joy-Cons once you undock it. It wants you to once you dock it, it wants you to remove the Joy-Cons and add it to either the grip or just using them wirelessly. And then once you want to go mobile, Nintendo says you don't really have to do anything if you just want to go mobile. So you can be in the middle of playing Zelda and just lift it up. Start playing Zelda. And it automatically go to the screen.
That's impressive.
So let's see if it's got some charge, and we'll boot this up.
Oh.
It does got some charge. We got Nintendo, and there's the Switch logo. Now let's open the game case. And there's the Switch sound. Happy
also
music.
Drums.
Yep. So I'm not going to actually set the console in the video. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is actually going to be the case if I can get it open. Or the game. I got it. I don't want to mess up the plastic, Stevie.
Fair enough.
So I'm very curious if Nintendo's gonna have a lot of third-party support with the Switch. I know there's already been some games that just require the tablet view, so that's kind of cool, I guess. So this is what you get inside the game. A lot of people have been making fun of Nintendo for this because it's just...
Looks like a DS cartridge.
Yep. No manual, no nothing. Just plastic and the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess typically nowadays you don't really need manuals. But yeah. And the game is like this. Kind of light. That's all I can really say. And then in the review, guys, you will see Stevie put his tongue to the game, or maybe me, we don't know yet. Because Nintendo has coded this, the game cartridge as, has some type of chemical on it where if a kid was to put this in their mouth, most likely they're not going to swallow it, they're going to spit it out. So that's what that is. And yeah, that's all that you get with the Switch. Right now, no places have this in stock around here. Online is still out of stock on Amazon, out of stock on Best Buy. A lot of places are still out of stock on these. But these do retail for $2.99. Cheap price for a game console. Might not be as powerful as the Xbox or the PlayStation, but since it's Nintendo, things are going to be mostly they're going to force people to develop games that are going to work for the Switch. So yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Stevie, you have any thoughts on it, or?
Surprisingly, I know it only has 32 gigs of storage, but I have a lot of high hopes with how this thing works. And me and you were talking after you got it and we were on the way home. We were, talking about, is this going to replace the DS or not? And if it does, to be honest, I don't think I'd be as upset as some people would be. I mean, yeah, it's not as small, but it's 10 times as powerful, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to see what comes about from this.
I'd be interesting. I would be interesting if it does perform a lot better than the Wii U. It probably will, but only time can tell that. But yeah, anything else?
No. My part's done.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, or share. And Stevie, where can they find you?
And guys, you can find me on my channel, Chibi Joe, where I just play random games that just seem like a good idea to me.
Yep. And we'll see you in the next one.
Have an awesome day.